we're going to show you how to train your back with minimal to no equipment, which means you could do this at home or in a gym. This is Cobra Reaching. This is going to work our shoulders and the whole spine. So a big thing to check in on first is to make sure that we're creating tension from the forearms and elbows, so pushing firmly with the shoulders and engaging the core. But we need to make sure those glutes relax for once in our lives. So you can see Jess just rolled her heels outward. That's going to make it a little bit easier to relax the glutes and harder to cheat with them. So if you ever feel yourself clenching your butt, relax, take a second, engage the core. So the goal here is to keep the shoulders and torso stable while gliding your hand along the floor. We want to make sure the elbow and wrist stay in line with each other, so we don't want the elbows flaring out, and we want smooth movement. If Jess let her core go, we would see her hips start to roll and rotate and pick up off the floor. So that's where it's really important to check in that the core is tight, so you're not rocking side to side and putting excess tension into your pelvis. Smooth moves, Jess. Smooth fucking moves. This is Isometric Block Holds with a bridge. This is going to work our posterior chain, so glutes, lower back, upper back, mid back, the whole back. So we want to get two objects that are of the same height. So you can use dumbbells like Jess is doing. You could also use yoga blocks. You could use a stack of books. You could use chairs or benches in a gym. You got to find what works for you. So Jess is going to set up her elbows, digging into the blocks and thinking about keeping her wrist right on top of the elbow. So you want to think about lifting yourself off by squeezing your shoulder blades together, and that happens by driving your upper arm and elbow into those blocks. Check in that the core is tight. Now we're ready to lift off the glutes. So from here, we're going to dig the heels into the floor and try to push your hips up to the ceiling while engaging the core and glutes and maintaining that tension between the shoulder blades and into the dumbbells. So your whole back line is going to be working. Jess is doing an awesome job of keeping her neutral neck. So she's keeping her chin slightly tucked, but looking straight up to the ceiling so as not to over clench. And she's keeping good core tension, opening up the front of the hips and engaging the glutes. I would like to see all of her toes down on the mat when she lifts so that she's not cheating. But getting all that stability from the floor goes a long way in feeling stable in the whole lift. So this will be harder the lower your object is. It'll be a little bit easier if you go higher up with the elbows because you're going to be holding a little bit less of your body weight. So you can also hold that tension instead of going for reps. There's some shaking going on that one. Nice push, Jess. This is a hinged W with an ATY. So we're going to take one arm into a W, the other arm is going to move into an A, then to a T, then to a Y, then to a Y, then an M, then a C, then an A, and it's great. Okay, so we're going to get into our hinge position. So we want to make sure we're loading into the legs and glutes, core is on, back is flat. We're going to take both arms into that W position. For the W, we're making sure that the elbow is in line with the wrist or that the elbow is slightly in front. And now we hold that W with one hand and move to our ATYs with the other. So we're always thinking about moving from the shoulder blade into each position. So think about squeezing that shoulder blade back every time you get to your new letter. But in between, when you're switching from one to the next, you want to reach very long, keeping your arm and your shoulder and your back very active. So we want lots of control here, and we want to think about building more range of motion. So you're going to feel both sides working pretty intensely as we're holding the W on the other side. And once you've gone through your reps, you'll switch and do the other, feeling quite a bit of burning building up. This is great for building endurance in the shoulders, for opening the chest, and strengthening the upper, mid, and lower back. If you have any questions about the exercises we showed you or why you should be training your back regularly, check out our podcast where we talk about the importance of balancing out your pushing and pulling so that we're looking after the health and longevity of your joints and your body, and also just giving you some nice muscular development. So make sure to like this video, share it with everyone you know, the people you love and hate. Subscribe so you never miss a video. Subscribe to all our social media accounts. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out our website if you're interested in online training with personalized programming and accountability at threewayfitness.com. We're here to help. We'd love to work with you.